I just wanted to let you know the name they came up with, the shooter in California. His name is Hu Ken Tran. Hu Ken Tran. You can't make this stuff up.
It could have been much worse if not for him. Police credit this young man with saving many lives after he disarmed the gunman who shot 20 people at a California dance studio. Surveillance images show the moment Brandon Say wrestled the gun away from the killer, preventing him from entering a second ballroom and shooting more victims. He spoke with Good Morning America's Robin Roberts.
I lunged at him with both my hands, grabbed the weapon, and we had a struggle. We struggled into the lobby, trying to get this gun away from each other. I was able to pull the gun away from him, shove him aside, create some distance, point the gun at him, intimidate him, shout at him and say, "Get the hell out of here, I'll shoot. Get the hell out of here, I'll shoot. Get the hell out of here, I'll shoot. Get away, go."
I spoke with Brandon's father, Tom, owner of the dance studio. The sheriff is calling your son a hero for disarming the gunman.
Well, I think I'm very proud of him. You know, if the situation had been any different, I think that night was a tragedy. It could have been much worse if he wasn't disarmed.
So do you think your son saved a number of people's lives?
I think so.
And Brandon's courage in wrestling the gun away from the killer didn't just save lives. Police reportedly were quickly able to trace the gun to its owner. 72-year-old Hu Can Tran was cornered by police in a parking lot 12 hours after the massacre. A SWAT team broke into his van to find he had shot himself.
They're breaking the window. There you go. They just broke the window.
This is inside Star Ballroom where the massacre took place. And this video shows couples dancing and others sitting at their tables just moments before the gunman bursts in. There was panic as partygoers fled for their lives amid the gunfire.
Additional units requested, multiple victims, gunshot wounds.
And I got approximately 10 deceased.
Among the dead, one of the ballroom's popular instructors, Wing Mei Ma, and 65-year-old Min Yan, a regular at the ballroom who was shot in her car outside. After the carnage at Star Ballroom, the gunman drove to the Lai Lai Ballroom less than
The carnage.
3 miles away. That's where brave Brandon Say confronted him. The Star Ballroom is closed today. A statement posted online says, "What should have been a festive night to welcome the first day of the Lunar New Year turned into a tragedy. Our heart goes out to all."
Close-knit community is shaken and still in stunned disbelief. Memorials are going up and a vigil is being held tonight to honor the victims. It is a community that CBS's Adam Yamaguchi grew up in and knows well. He spoke with a witness who was in the ballroom when the shootings began.
Suddenly heard the careless whisper. Boom, 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 boom.
Hattie Pong was swing dancing with Jim Goodman inside the Star Ballroom dance studio Saturday night. When gunshots suddenly rang out.
And then we just lay down on the ground. And then he becomes shoot, 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 boom, 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 boom.
Bang, 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 bang.
It loud, bang, 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 bang.
Goodman covered her on the ground with his body, shielding her as a second round of gunfire erupted. Pong says a bullet hit him in the back. Another grazed his foot. Luckily, he survived and is still in the hospital.
He's my hero. He's a good friend. I own him. He covered me.
He protected you.
He protected me.
He potentially saved your life.
Yes. If he not covered me, probably I got shot.
Saturday night was meant to be time for celebration in Monterey Park, a majority Asian American suburb just east of Los Angeles. The Lunar New Year is one of the most important holidays for Asian communities around the world, a time for families to celebrate together.
It's about union, it's about starting a new year with optimism and prosperity.
Monterey Park's festival, one of the largest in the state, was canceled. Tristan Cabral grew up there and fears that sense of optimism is shattered.
I think we are really strong, and and we're gonna get through this. But it's gonna take time, and I think
there's no comfort in the truth.
Awareness is gonna be really helpful.
Pain is the hole you find.
Dance studios are also significant. Spaces frequented by older Asian Americans looking for exercise, friendship, and joy.
People say, "Wow, we won't dance anymore."
You don't want to dance anymore.
I'm never gonna dance again.
I want, but so far cannot. So far cannot.
Guilty feet have got no rhythm.
And Adam, you grew up in this community. I know you were born here. How are people doing?
You know, I don't think anybody ever expects, a massacre like this to happen, to come home.
So it's easy to pretend.
So understandably, people are in absolute shock and disbelief. I can say, as somebody who lived here,
You serious?
this is the last place I would have ever expected something like this to take place. And what was once a sort of an abstraction that plays out on television or 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 only happens in cities far away is now a cold start.
First, a joke. What do you get when you cross an owl with a bungee cord? My ass.